Hello again, friends and fans, and welcome back to the Wilderness of Norse Mythology. Last time here on God of War, if you recall, we actually beat the game. I defeated and then murdered Baldur. We came back home, stepped inside, which you can see I cannot do now because I have done it again. Saw that Thor's going to come for us at some point, and that's the end of the actual story. Now, last time though, if you remember from my stream run, I actually didn't get all of the pieces of the the Muspelheim cipher for whatever reason. I don't know why it did that, but anyway, I actually redid the entire run, and I'm not sure why it's where those things even are, but needless to say, I have them all now. I don't know why it did that. I've never seen it do that before. But anyway, we're going to just go ahead and use the fast travel and hop back over to Brock's shop real quick here.
Amir, what else did the serpent tell you when you spoke? Kinda sounded important.
I'm sure it's nothing. He just sent the boys to him, and Thor battle at Ragnarok. Their clash so violently shakes the backward through time, even before his own birth.
What?
That is madness.
Well, I did say not to concern yourself.
Once you've done that and you come back to as I didn't. I did basically everything.
Why is Odin so desperate to find a way into Jotun?
He's convinced the giants hold the key to changing his fate when Ragnarok comes. They are the Aesir's oldest enemies after all, and it's their army that's supposed to do him in the end. But more than that, Custis gives a prophecy. He wants to know what they don't see. His insatiable curiosity was not so much stronger than his wisdom. Remind me to tell you why they call him the Lord of the Land.
Well, let's go to Muspelheim. It's a very interesting place. Of course, you still have
Almost like the
their
heat
shop
rock.
here.
He's damn useful in my line of work. Even makes space itself more pliable. Takes those magic doors you love so much. Round here they all go right to one another. No prodding from old Brock. Go up yonder and wake some up, you'll see. Getting around moose pools are cinch. As long as you don't end up cooked.
Better not be fighting with your brother again.
Just because he's gotten a little less annoying over the years doesn't mean I ain't got a customer base of my own.
Oh yeah? Who's that?
Well, you came back here, didn't you?
Fair point.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright. He doesn't have anything else to say at the moment, so let's get out of here. This is Muspelheim,
Wow.
the realm of fire.
It's hot here. But is that snow?
Ash. It only falls like that for great fires.
The whole realm is a great fire, the source of fire itself, and all the sun and stars, if legend is to be believed.
Should we believe? I mean, we're here, and we're not on fire.
Not yet.
Well, you know, I suppose it's cooled considerably since the dawn of creation, hasn't it? Niflheim isn't exactly ice these days either. It's in the nature of things. Extremes are tempered by time. Fires burn colder, men grow old and grey, heads are chopped off and attached to belts. Such is life.
Okay, Mimir.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Once again, I love the humor of this game sometimes, and that kind of thing right there is what I'm talking about. So let's go on into Muspelheim proper here, shall we? Just looking around to see if make sure I'm not missing anything. I don't think there's anything really important in here aside from, you know, what's actually here, which we're going to get to here in a minute. One thing there is, well, this.
Look here. Another.
This one's called Surtur. Must be a fire giant.
Aye, the first and original.
Makes a flaming sword.
A weapon of legend.
He fights Thor and Odin. But is that the past or the future?
That may be a matter of perspective.
Interesting thought. Now, I don't know for sure which of these I had actually opened on my other run. I only opened 2 up until just now, so...
All right, what'd you bring?
Okay, now he has a new Blades Pummel, Grips of the Forgotten Flame. Not one I'm especially worried about, honestly. But he has a Blade-heavy Runic attack. One I don't really care about, quite honestly. Don't care about any of those in particular.
Next.
So let's just move on for now.
I don't think so. It's coming from up there.
Okay, well, let's see what we got. Let's go up here and find out what's up here. But first, let's stop off and get this. What we got? Some Smoldering Embers, some Hack Silver, and some Crest of Flame. We are going to need those if we want to actually accomplish anything, as far as the dwarves are concerned in Muspelheim. So, let's go ahead and take care of that. Come down here. Come over here.
The voice! It's just around this corner.
Oh, it's...
It's a great big sword.
yeah?
It wants to know if we're ready to train?
Yep. So, complete the trials to unlock the kill enemies before time runs
Gate's
out.
closed.
Prepare yourself, boy.
Yes,
So
sir.
we're stuck in here for the moment.
Look, Dragon!
We have 15 enemies to kill, and we have 3 minutes to do it. Well, that was simple enough. You can die.
Go behind you, brother.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna do like that. You. You. We're down to 10 and we have 2 minutes left, basically. Almost halfway done. We have more than half our time left. And now they start throwing in these guys. Yeah. So get kind of annoying. Well, not necessarily harder hitters, but more health guys. Okay, took care of him.
Right side.
And die. Down to 6. We have a minute left and down to 6 of them. Down to 5 now. We're going to take down about 1 every 10 seconds, give or take. And we're down to 2, and they're both here. And there we go.
Did it. I was a little crazy. And look, there's loot.
Wouldn't it be nice to find some incense just once? The smell of brimstone gets old quickly.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. But what we get... more smoldering embers, hack silver. Yeah. That's pretty typical, honestly. That's usually the kind of thing you're gonna get.
It says there's another level to this challenge. Harder than before.
Alright. Kill enemies in quick succession this
Be
time.
ready, boy.
I am.
So what we need to do this time,
Run! On your right!
we have to clear the wave to advance. So basically, as long as one enemy is still alive, the other ones will resurrect. So it's not kidding about killing them in quick succession. That's the one that's really the problem, is that one right there. So what I'm going to do... this is probably going to seem very stupid, but I'm going to do it anyway. Leave him alive until the last one for the moment. Bring him over here, get rid of him. This one can get quite annoying sometimes, just depending on how many times you have to actually kill off these guys. Where is he? There he is. Keep in mind, this is only the first of these. Oh, there's more. Oh, there is so much more. Let's put him over there for the moment. Yeah, like I said, this one can get quite annoying. Strictly because of what you're seeing right now. Dang it! See, they keep coming back. This is why this one can get annoying. Come on.
Right flank, incoming!
I know. I don't care right now. I want to get them all out here again. Come on, guys. Dang it! Yeah, this one's annoying. That's why I'm trying to focus and not really talking much. Heck, nabbit, though! Man, that is annoying. Now they're all three back. Oh, got it! Get him? No, dang it, die. There we go. That's only the first wave. Okay, so now we got 2 guys, but it's an ogre and a revenant. Hey, you thought that first wave was annoying. Just that quick, the Revenant came back. And that quick, the Ogre came back. Yeah, this one's annoying. Do it. Yes, okay, good. Nuisances. Okay, there's 3 of them again. This time it's... let's see, was it 3 tassel worms? It's 2 tassel worms and a wolf. Okay. Apparently there's more than that, just that. Come on, where are you? Yeah, this is when it gets really irritating, because the tassel worms can stay underground for pretty much as long as they frickin' want to. There. I don't know how I did that, but whatever, I'll take it. Okay, so I think you get the gist. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, technically you can go back, but they want you to move forward. Okay, so I think you get the gist of this. This realm is just full of these. It's one arena after another, after another, after another.
Nobody lives here, do they?
Only a fire giant could be at home here, and according to prophecy, we won't see them again till Ragnarok.
So, yeah, I don't want to bore you guys with this, because, I mean, really, these are probably going to get very dull. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually get all the way to the top off screen, because to heck with this. What you're going to end up doing is getting all the way up this mountain, doing trial after trial after trial after trial. I'm not going to show that. Nobody wants to see that. So I'm just going to get the heck out of here for now, and I'm going to show you what's in Niflheim. This video is probably going to be kind of short, because I'm going to give you the idea of what's in Niflheim, and I'm going to be doing some stuff off screen there too. So, yeah.
Refers to a modest example of Odin's thirst for knowledge, the time he spent 9 days a dead man. Aye, hung himself by the neck from Yggdrasil's branches, put his spear through his own side, and bled down into the Well of Destiny. He roamed the realms of the dead and plundered the world tree of its secrets, until I think, quite rightly, it got fed up with him and sent him back to the land of the living. Did I not mention he was barking mad?
Yeah, we can definitely tell Odin's kind of nuts. Anyway. That's all we're going to show of Muspelheim for right now. I will show what is at the very top, though, because that is important. But for right now, yeah, we're done here. Go one more to the right, and we go to Niflheim. Let's go there.
I can't figure out. Odin wants to prevent Ragnarok, but the serpent's already been there and seen it. So hasn't he already failed?
Fate's a tricky thing, lad. And Odin's just arrogant enough to think he can get the best of it.
Fate is another lie told by the gods. Nothing is written that cannot be unwritten.
On that, brother, you and the All-Father may just agree. Even if he can't prevent Ragnarok, he still hopes to learn enough details to influence the outcome. Remind me later to tell you about the rules.
Yeah, Mimir has a lot of stories that he'll tell. Some of them are interesting, some of them are just kind of there, but that's one of the more interesting ones, I think.
You scare up that alchemist what needed finding?
No, I didn't. Not yet. And it's going to be a while before I do. I want this stuff before I worry about that. Mainly, I want the Deadly Mist set. That is definitely the one you're going to want to go for. The Grip of the Maze for the axe is not bad, but it's not great either. The stats on it aren't wonderful, but it is very useful in the maze where we're headed right now. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. This thing actually is basically the talisman I've been using, just better, technically, because it actually does something in Niflheim specifically that it won't do anywhere else. We'll worry about that when it becomes a thing. Perfect artifact of the Blight. That just basically reduces, like, increases your time you can spend in Niflheim. But again, we'll show what that means here in a minute. Alright. Don't think you have anything. Yeah, no, you don't have anything new that I want here, so. Okay.
Hey, nobody's twisting your arm.
Yeah. Alright, so. You may have noticed that there was an item there that was called Mist Echoes.
Niflheim. Not sure why anyone would want to come here, but here we are.
It smells bad.
Yeah. Okay, so the fog here.
What is this stuff?
This mist is cursed.
Yeah, it's cursed.
Right. Safe to breathe for a time, but it'll kill if we linger. Just one more reason to love Niflheim.
Look here.
Yes, sir.
So while he's doing that, I'm going to come over
Let's
here and
see.
open this chest. And we get
What is that stuff?
some Mist Echoes.
A strange material.
And some more of it. I also gained some experience for some reason. I'm not sure why, but whatever. Well, let's go ahead and come over here. It's probably from that lore that I got. Now that I think about it. More Mist Echoes. Open this chest. And you'll notice my time actually went up a little bit when I did that. Got an inscribed sigil of consideration there. Don't think there's anything over here. Nope. Okay.
Ah! Fancy seeing you two here.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised you're here, Sindri. This mist is pretty gross.
You think I can't handle a little cursed mist? Well, you're right. I'm trying to build some armor that will lessen its effects. The materials I need are all right here in Ivaldi's workshop, but they're blanketed by this nauseating mist, of course.
Wait for it.
The last known location for such armor is in the workshop's center chamber. The entrance is sealed, but I could craft you an entry stone with enough Mist Echoes.
There it is.
Okay, so he needs 500 Mist Echoes to do this. So let's go take care of that. Okay, so here's the thing.
There's something written here.
Ivaldi's workshop is weird. The enemy's traps and treasures will reset upon your return. escape with what you can, and yeah.
This whole place shuffles around each time we leave? That's incredible.
Atreus,
Yeah.
focus. This is a dangerous place.
Yes, it
That's
is.
dwarven creativity for you. Impressive and dangerous.
Alright, so here's the thing. Yeah, there are enemies in here. They're quite high level for the most part. This is a level 7 Revenant, for instance. Level 6 Wolves. Yeah, these enemies are pretty high level, pretty dangerous things. Go over there. Okay, putting these guys down. Something else you'll notice very quickly if you hang around in here too terribly long is that you're actually going to end up with a lot of mist echoes. Now, I do not recommend coming in here unprepared, for one thing. But for another thing, once you come in here, be ready for what you're going to get. Because, yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so you notice my timer. Watch what happens when I open this chest. It buffs up a little bit. It's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. There's 183 mist echoes right there. Now, the entry stone you're going to need is going to go right there. So, it's in the very first room. It's not hard to get to. It's much harder to actually accomplish anything in there once you open it, but it is not hard to get to, at least. So there is that. If I go this way, right now, I find a whole lot of nothing.
You two don't look so good.
Yeah, he's not kidding. You're going to want to get out of here. Every so often, you're going to want to get the heck out of this Niflheim mist. And, you know, refresh yourself. The thing of it is, if you don't do that, any mist echoes you had, you lose. You don't get to keep them.
Mother, it's time to go.
Yeah, I know. Shut up. Because I'm going to come in here. I'm doing something a little risky, but I'm doing it anyway. Because this might be worth my time. Depending on how many I get. How many did I get here? I think that's enough. I'm pretty sure that's plenty. Okay, let's go back this way. The exit is always in the same place. So you don't have to worry about that shifting. They say it shifts, but actually it's not so much that it shifts, it's that it's re-randomized in a way. Okay, so that should be enough for me to come over here and make that entry stone.
Ooh, looks like you found enough echoes. And
Yeah,
you're not
that's it.
dead. Very impressive.
Sindri,
Okay, let's
how do you
buy
make
this.
anything out of mist?
Odd as it sounds, the dwarves who lived here could craft marvels out of the mists of Niflheim. Keep an eye out for more mist echoes. I could put them to all sorts of use.
He's not kidding
So what
about
brings
that.
you around, friends?
So the first thing I'm going to go for is this. I know it says it's a level down, but trust me, it's worth it. For one thing, you constantly regenerate health. And you'll notice all of these have it. It's a great armor set.
Well,
But I'm going for the
you'll
Deadly
be
Mist set in
fine.
particular.
I always say, not.
So, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to show you exactly what's going on here. So, keep in mind it took me 500 mist echoes just to get this entry stone. Let's go ahead and take down these nightmares right off of that. Oh gosh. One thing you may or may not have noticed is I actually healed back to full health when I left this place. That is actually something that happens. You'll heal to full health when you leave. So you're always at full health if you just come right back in. So there is that at least. One of the very few mercies this place gives. Come here. Go away. Okay, I've got my experience. See, the chests are back, but they're in different places now. And they're different types and such. Now, eventually, there will be a chest that will spawn in once you're... I don't know exactly what causes it or when it's triggered or anything, But when it happens, it'll be right here, and it will be like the ones you get the apples and horns of blood meat and stuff from. Once that one spawns, you're going to want to keep your eyes peeled, like in spots like up here where I'm throwing the axe. There will be the turning things will be up in those spots. What you're getting out of that is neither a horn of blood mead nor an apple, though. What you're going to get out of that is a lot of mist echoes usually, and possibly some other stuff. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
The mist is thinner up here. That's nice.
Okay, so when you first come up here, you can just straight up open these small chests. You just get some mist echoes. It's pretty handy, actually. I think you can open these ones too, the ones that look like this. Yep, that's all.
Is that the armor? It looks kind of run down.
It is. That's a piece of Ivaldi's rusted armor.
No, it is too small and too old. We will bring it back to the dwarf.
He can do stuff with that, but we'll get to that when we get to that. More hack silver, more mist echoes. I'm not going to go anywhere near any of that stuff for the moment. I'm going to go ahead and open up the rest of these. Just put up the axe, I don't need it at the moment. And more mist echoes, more hack silver. This one. More mist echoes, more hack silver. Okay, now. This one's also openable. These legendary chests, though, these are not. You need a lot of mist echoes to open these. And to get these things, you need mist echoes and anchors of fog. We don't even have any of those yet. Those are very rare items, and I believe they actually are in certain of these chests, if I recall correctly. Now, I do have enough mist echoes to open that one if I want to. But I would much rather focus on getting the armor first and getting it upgraded. Because, yeah, that armor upgrades a couple times, and it's pretty freaking nice. It is the best armor in the game, if you ask me. So, there's something right there. More mist echoes and some more hack silver. Okay. Alright. Now that we've got that stuff. Now if I were to go out here and die, I would just respawn back up there where I just was. So there's except that they're, you know, very dangerous, and these are quite tough enemies to fight. Oh, okay, screw this. Rage time. I just want to get the stuff that's in these chests here, damn it. There we go. Alright. From this. And these are in fact randomized, so, you know, what you get in here is completely random. Sometimes you'll come in here, you'll go through the entire area, and you'll come out with like 100 echoes. It's never quite that bad, but I've gotten like 1,000 echoes, and that's about it. Go through this area, and you'll come out with like 10,000. It's weird. But anyway, let's get out of here. Let's see if I can actually make anything at the moment. If I can, that would be very nice.
Is that what I think it is?
Useless armor?
Useless! Oh, ye of little faith, this armor was worn by Ivaldi himself. Sure, it's seen better days, but I can restore it with more mist echoes. And it'll help with the effects of Ivaldi's curse.
Unless there is some value in this workshop, there is little point in staying here.
You saw all the chests in the center chamber, yes? Plus all the goodies tucked away towards the back of the workshop? And the 3 round tears, of course! But you might want to be careful with those.
Why's that?
It's a literal tear in the fabric of reality itself. You want to reach your hand through there? Be my guest. Wait, no. Yes. Come in.
The Niflheim alloy. But you'll notice I only need 1. So I could make all 9 of them. I'm pretty sure that's all you'll ever need. It's the Niflheim alloy. That stuff is kind of rare. So, I'm actually going to run back in there real quick.
I see.
Not at the moment, but I want to see if I can get some Niflheim alloy out of that one chest I actually have the means to open right now. If I can, wonderful. If not, well, I'm going to be going in and out of here a lot anyway, so... And again, this is something I'm going to do off screen. I'm not going to have you guys sit here and watch me grind like this forever. Because it's going to take a while. I mean, it is. It is going to take a while to get all of this stuff done. Kill that guy. You'll notice that, like, while the enemies and such do in fact re-randomize, the layout of this place doesn't. The enemies and traps do, layout doesn't. This place is set up like a diamond. And I know that sounds really weird, but it is. We are at the north tip of the diamond right now. Which you'll notice, there's a path over there, and there's a path over there. Each of those paths leads to another corner of the diamond. From there, there will be another path heading... Well, actually, it'll lead to a spot in the middle, then to another corner of the diamond. Then you'll be able to head into another part of it. Now, there are 2 offshoot paths way in the back. One of them just leads to a treasure room, which is just going to have a bunch of chests in it, which, again, are randomized. The other one, though, leads to something very important, but we're not going to worry about that for a while. So, first off, let me find that. Here it is. This is also not randomized. This is always right in the beginning, so you don't have to worry about that. Let me go ahead and open up that chest that only takes 1,000. Which I believe is the one that's right here. Yes. I just want to see what's in here, because I don't remember, honestly. There, 5 Niflheim alloys. Perfect. I believe that will allow me to make one of the armor pieces. As long as I have enough mist echoes, which I should. I think they only take like 1,000 mist echoes to actually make them. Something like that. Yeah. You know what? No. This is not worth it. Goodbye. That's about 1,000 flavors of not worth it right now. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do. Okay, again, I know I have Muspelheim too. I'm gonna go to my armor, go to sockets, just unsocket everything that's in this.
Seriously, be careful with those round tears.
He's not kidding about that. Now the Abilities Breastplate, or Pauldron of Deadly Mist, whatever, is almost purely better, and a good bit so too. So yeah, let's craft that.
Good help.
Now for upgrading it, you need Haze Weave. That stuff is also very rare, but you'll get it in there just kind of randomly. You also need Smoldering Embers, which we've already shown where to get those. So yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of, you know, meandering around and getting various things as we go through this stuff. Alright, now, let me go ahead.
Don't wash your hands.
Oh, shut up. Let's go ahead and come in here and equip the 3 pieces of enchantments that I had in my other thing. I am now solidly a level 6. Now that I have one piece of this armor, I feel a lot safer about doing something else that I wanted to do. Now, we're headed back to Midgard now, because honestly, this is all I'm going to show of these two realms. Muspelheim and Niflheim are basically done for the moment. Later on, I will be showing what's at the top of Muspelheim, and I'll be showing a solid run-through of the Niflheim maze once I'm able to do that. In the meantime, I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff off screen, because I'm not going to bore you guys with that. That would be incredibly boring to watch me go through that place over and over and over again. For the moment, let's head back to Midgard. And see if we get another tail out of Mimir along the way.
A loving gift from the giants. Since I used to do so much traveling between realms, they thought it would be more convenient for me than having a crystal I could lose. No, because I wisely fortified myself with 16 cups of Billow Maiden's Ale. Got so inebriated, I tried convincing the giants to put them in my nipples instead. Almost talked them into it too. Can you imagine? Mimir of the Bifrost teats. Ah, those were the days.
Ew.
Okay, but I'll stop now.
Sorry, I'm moving around for a little bit here. Just had to put something in the fridge. I love that little tale that he tells there. He almost talked them into putting the Bifrost in his nipples. For our purposes, it's a good thing he didn't. Alright, anyway. Let's go through here. That's such a dumb story. Okay. For how dark the other God of War games is, this one's just hilarious at times. Not yet.
So how was your trip to Jotunheim?
Will you give them a little privacy? The kid just found out he's a giant. He doesn't need you interrogated.
Well, how do you know that? Yeah, thank you.
Oh, we knew Faye was the last guardian of the Jotnar left in Midgard. That's why we made her the axe. We hoped it could restore the balance of power.
After Thor went all berserk with our hammer.
Though in the end it seems she chose another path. She chose, well, you. Both of you. I suppose she figured that was the best chance for the giants to live on. And now, I suppose, that's up to you.
How about that? A young Jotun with us the whole time. And the son of Laufey, I should have seen it before.
Been putzing around Niflheim, have we?
How can you tell?
I'd recognize Ivaldi's stench of failure anywhere. Plus, you still got some mist on your shoes.
I love Brock.
Something else we can do for you?
Nah, just glad you guys worked it out.
Ah. Well, I could say the same to you.
Ha!
I guess I was getting a bit full of myself.
You think?
Told him what he needed to hear, how's it sounds to me.
Just the same. I'm sorry for how I spoke to you, Sindri. You forgive me?
Already have. Like you said, it all worked out. Now, let us get back to work before I get sentimental.
Alright. Anyway, moving on from the dwarves. Alright, now. I do have some other stuff to do, if you remember. Discover the fate of the Valkyries. Well, we need to defeat one. Fafnir's Horde. Find Brock's friend. We're working on that, but we're not going to do that for a long time. Find the pieces of Gullveig. And release Fafnir. Well, since the one that is by far the shortest is this one, let's go take care of it first. Now, on my initial run, I don't think I did this, but on this run, I accidentally picked up a piece of Gullveig, one of her bones. It was over on the ruins of the Ancient back in a corner. There's really nothing else to it. It was just sitting back there, and I thought it was something else, and I picked it up, and whoops, oh well. Wasn't much I could really do about it by then. So let's go find the other two. I don't want to leave this video quite that short, so I figure I'll just do some other side stuff out here, you know, on the lake and in the surrounding areas. And that way we'll have you know, a couple hours of stream on this one.
Okay, so Freya left, and Odin was mad.
Furious, and he cursed her most terribly.
But her magic was so much stronger than his.
After so much time together, he knew her vulnerabilities and exploited them to craft curses she could never break.
Oh, like not being able to leave Midgard.
Worse still, he robbed her of her warrior spirit. Freya cannot fight, even to defend herself. No living thing may she harm by blade nor spell. In a world this belligerent, what choice does she have but isolation?
Poor Freya. I guess if I was her, I'd spit in your face too.
Aye, lad. So would I.
I do like that part, because it basically is Mimir saying, yeah, no, I don't blame Freya for spitting in my face, and neither should you.
Freemund.
Are you okay?
No, son. My goods are underwater. My men are drowned, and yet their bodies continue to walk the beaches.
Hellwalkers. They plague these lands.
I was their captain. They died because of me. But these abominations sully their memories. I will find a way to free them from their tortured state. In this, I am determined.
Okay, so basically what this guy wants you to do is just...
scattered all 3 of my ships across the lake.
Well, he doesn't want you to do it, but you're going to. You're going to find the 3 spots where his men are and kill them. That's really all there is to that particular area. So I'll deal with that if I come across them. Basically, I'm not going to go hunting for those right now. I mean, if I end up completing this favor and come back, and end up without running into them, I'll probably take it on and actually do it. But for right now, nah, I'm good. There's a scroll there of some kind. Not sure if it's a map. It is. Okay. And which one is it? It is Finder's Fee. Okay. I'll be worrying about those later. Climb up here. If you can't tell, I am very seriously just following the compass as far as where Golvig's bones are. I don't have their locations memorized or anything. There we go. And there wasn't a daggone thing in that for some reason. Got that one. Some hack silver. Definitely nothing to turn up your nose at. You're going to need a lot of hack silver by the end of this, so definitely not something to ignore. Okay, let's come over here, jump across there, up here, and we're in the vicinity. Well, there it is. That's her skull, to be precise.
Golvig's bones.
What will you say to her?
To Golvig?
Your mother. What have you left unsaid?
I guess... I just want to know if she's okay.
She is dead, boy.
I know that. You don't understand.
Neither do you.
Okay, so if we come over here, you'll see that there is a dragon's head kind of pointing downward here. Go directly under it. And you get a very missable dragon tear. You definitely want to pick that up. I don't remember exactly what those are for right off, but I know they're for something worthwhile, so make sure to pick that up. Okay, and I'm going kind of the wrong way here, I think. Let's see, where's that telling me to go? Down here? It's probably trying to tell me to go back to my boat, if I had to guess. Or to a boat, anyway. But yeah, I think it is. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and take care of Golvig.
Discovered opportunities for hunting and trade in these lands. I gave up my search
What would
for
you say to Mom?
Nothing.
Nothing?
There is nothing left to say.
What about everything we've done so far? That man coming to the house? Talking to the world serpent? We've done so many amazing things. I just want to tell her about them.
I get a feeling she already knows.
What else would you say to her?
I tell her that we're both okay. Not to worry about us.
Atreus, I miss her too. You know this.
I thought I knew very little.
Okay, it's over here somewhere, I guess. I do like the little conversations between Kratos and Atreus here. Gives a lot of character to the two of them. And well, you know what? I'm in the area. Let's take care of this now. I should be high enough level to deal with this at this point. We can throw him over the edge. Yeah, we can. Okay. Goodbye. And that's gonna get me this realm sealed. Realm tear sealed. Wow, can't talk. And a dust of realms, of course. That's 5 of the 18 that I've actually sealed on this run. I mean, you see what they are. There's nothing super important or anything, so. Alright. Well, I seem to have passed by Golvig's bone. Not sure where exactly it's trying to tell me that it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's right there. And that one looks to be a hand or maybe a rib or something.
Final bone.
Yeah.
We might as well return them to the spirit. Maybe he will keep his word.
I know she's not coming back, okay? I know. I just... Never mind. Let's just go return the bones.
Well, let's see what happens.
I wonder why Golvig's bones are all over the place.
Desecration, typically. Pieces of scattered corpse make for a piss-poor soul. No hope for Valhalla or Helheim when your arm's on one beach and your head's on another.
Why not ask the spirit? I'm sure he will be forthcoming with answers.
Well, I think we're just going to find out why. Cut off this thing. I missed. And dead. Oh, I love doing that. Really? Really? Just die, you stupid thing. Alright. Well, we brought back the bones, buddy. What's going on? There it is. There you go.
We have collected the rest of your woman's corpse spirit. Show us this magic you have promised.
Ah, my sweet Golvig. Whole again. Rise, dear Golvig. Awaken, oh powerful Golvig!
She says she'll honor our request. And reunite us? Okay.
Yeah.
You were right.
Okay, let's put Vilvig down. There we go. Yep, just a slightly more powerful version of a Revenant. Nothing much else to that.
Say it. I told you so.
I told you so.
You are naive, foolish boy.
This is true as well. But do not take your disappointment out on me, boy. Take it as a lesson.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so that takes care of that. Well, let's go ahead and take care of this next. It's another very similar, let's just, you know, go around the lake, do something, come back. That's all there really is to this. Although in that case we were actually satisfying a spirit, this time we're going to kind of disappoint one. He wants to do this himself, and we're not going to let him.
Mimir, why did you say Tyr felt responsible for what Odin did to the giants?
There was an incident shortly after the forging of Mjolnir, when Tyr arranged a diplomatic meeting between Odin and the giant kings. Well, this was when the Long War was young, when victory was still a thing dreamed of, and the Jotnar might have tipped the balance between Aesir and Vanir. Odin had persuaded Tyr that the hammer was merely a deterrent, a means to broker peace from a position of strength. Tyr was hopeful to convince all parties they would prosper best through peace. He knew the giants were deeply concerned about the hammer, a super weapon in hands they did not trust. But they trusted Tyr. Tyr always believed the best in people, and taking Odin at his word in his desire for peace, he brought the Raven King to Jotunheim. From there, things unraveled quickly. The giants anticipated Odin's trickery and exposed his true agenda to spy and steal their secret wisdom. With magics, they expelled Odin from their realm and cursed him never to return. Frustrated, Odin visited his fury upon the giants of Midgard. Thor unleashed Mjolnir's might upon any giant he could find. None could stand against the tide of slaughter that followed. And at last, it seems, with Tyr's aid, they retreated. The tower disappeared, no giants could be found in Midgard, and no man nor god has set foot in Jotunheim since.
Yep. Yet another of Mimir's tales. And we have more Revenants to deal with. Goodbye. Oh, okay. I guess I took care of that. Not the boat. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Oh, goody. Okay. And X over. X over. How am I going to blow that up? Ah, there we go. And
I did do on the other side. Got to go.
okay. And doing that, we get some more steel and world servant scales. Okay, nothing super important. And if here we find the first set of these guys that that spirit was talking about. And the throw to get rid of him. Oh, shut up, Aquarius, I know. What the? I think I must have just wandered into some poison mist there or something without realizing it. That was weird. Let's try that again. Yeah, okay, yeah, there's definitely poison mist over there. But you know what? Hold on. Okay, it's one of those. I gotcha. Right now. Yeah.
Were all those guys part of his crew?
Probably.
That's a tough crew.
And all were his responsibility.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Does it frighten you? Responsibility.
Oh, no. I don't think so. I mean, I think it used to, but not as much anymore.
Why is that?
Well, being out here with you makes me feel more grown up.
Fair enough. Well, let's take a look up here while we're here. Might as well. And we have managed to find our way onto another shipwreck.
Look here.
Okay, that's going in the journal.
And another lore scroll. And pick that up. I don't see anything explosive in there at the moment.
Freeze it, it's fast.
And I'll be dealing with that thing behind me in a minute. Because I just want to come up here and show that this is in fact the Isle of Death. We've been here before. And right there would be where we docked the first time we were here. Alright, so let's see. And down. And left and down again. And down again. What in the world? I see it. There it is. Well hidden little explosive back there, but there it is. And you get some more steel, world servant scales, typical stuff. Up over here. Now if you look up, you'll see that there is actually a rope heading out there. Well, that is something we've actually seen before, when we were on the Isle of Death. So let's go back up there. Yeah, I don't have the means to get to this stuff from here right now. So let's go up here. Have no idea why it just updated the map there. That's really odd. But if you remember, out there is that rope I was talking about, and now we can use it to slide down here. Of course, that's just going to be tax silver probably. But this, well, it's world servant scale fragments, I guess. But this is a rare axe bottle. Probably not one I'm particularly worried about, but let's take a look at it. Yeah, no, I'm good. I can just stay with what I have. I'm good. And we can do that to get back over where we were. And that's where that first shipwreck was. Okay. Now, let's head up here once more. this. And slide down to it. Now let's poke our head out here, because I think this is where I can do it from. Right here, maybe? No. I know there's somewhere where we can do this. I just gotta remember how to do it. Remember which side it's on. Because I don't want to do that handle, because that would take it all the way. That's what I wanted. And that's an easy one to close. Just get some Dust of Realms out of it. Now I'll turn this. That'll take me all the way to the top, and I can then use this to come over here. Turn this handle. Maybe exit this to lower it. Oops. Slide over there. Raise this one back up.
Father, I think you should see this.
And then we slide over here. And that gets us into a new area. Sort of. Gets us onto this realm travel tower. And now that we've actually done the ciphers, we can have him
I can
read
read
that.
what this says now, but it's a name. Gunnar. Whoa! The name
And
made it
we've
light
lit
up.
one of those.
It's the name of one of the Valkyries. Curious.
And of course we have one of these guys. Well, I need to draw things anyway, so... Whoa! That was bad. And there we go. And of course, typical stuff from a traveler. But the key thing is, I lit up that. So, let's get out of here. We have other things to be doing right now. You do want to light up all 8 of those things, though. I know that for a fact. I don't remember exactly what you get for doing it, but you get something, so you want to do it. And push off. And some of them are connected to the Muspelheim cipher, some to the Niflheim, and I don't know which is which, and I don't really care. Quite honestly.
Amir, why did you work for Odin if he's so horrible?
It's my career! And if you mean to make your career as a counselor to kings, you can't very well be like petty maniacs. Available positions are scarce enough. And we'll pick this up later.
Interesting thought there from Amir.
I felt blessed to lead such a loyal crew.
Apparently I'm back here, which I didn't realize that this was the same place, but... Well, let's see if I can get anywhere of particular interest by climbing up this. Because I don't really remember if I can or not. And yeah, I'm kind of ignoring my compass for the moment because it's just telling me to go back to the boat. Let's see, we climb up here. that. I already took care of that over there. But I think that's just going to lead me to a spot to go back down, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's anything of any particular interest here. Kill off that thing. Goodbye. I'm gonna kill this thing, but once I do it, I'll take a pretty good amount of damage to it. Anyway. Almost an entire bar. Whatever. And slide down. Okay, that answers that. I didn't really get anywhere of interest, but some places that you'd want to know how to get to, I guess. And now we're probably going to get Mimir picking up his tail in a minute. Maybe.
Where were we then? Oh
Yeah,
yes,
there.
my first
Okay.
job. My first master was a cool piece of work as well, but I learned through him the enduring power of wit, which served me well with kings and gods alike. I couldn't have been much older than you when I started. A fairy king's errand boy and unofficial jester. One night, our mates and I had the run of the forest. Good fellows they called us, knavish spikes to the last. We'd get up to all manner of mischief, making fools of the local mortals. But as long as our lord was kept amused, we were spared the consequences. Or I can just tell you the story later.
Well, he'll pretty much pick up right where he was, so we're not really going to miss anything by cutting him off like that. And I guess I found one of these groups without even really meaning to. One left, and he's now stunned and dead. Wow, that was hard. But up here we have this.
Seriously, how did this one captain lead so many men?
He had their loyalty, so they followed.
And then they all died. He must have been a bad leader.
Why do you think that?
Well, he led all these men to their deaths.
True. But these men chose to follow. Good leaders make poor choices. The best take responsibility for them. Remember this.
Another name. Hildur.
Another Valkyrie. That's no coincidence. But who'd have etched them on Tyr's braziers?
Shoot. And grab you. Turn and go away. I love doing that.
Give him what for?
And that's that. Okay. Grab a Hellstone. Grab this. And back down we go. Okay.
Father, were you ever a leader?
Many years ago, yes. I led men in battle.
Were you a good leader?
It is complicated.
Did you
No
ever...
more questions, boy. Focus on the task at hand.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And one last group of these guys, which is right over here, apparently. At Iron Cove. I don't remember if I actually was here on my first run or not, but yeah, I think there was an ogre here, if I recall correctly. And I know there was an ancient here, a fire ancient, if I'm not mistaken. So, just to give you an idea of what I ran into when I first came here. And die. Okay. Now we just need to return to that
was the last
spirit.
ship. I hope the captain will be satisfied now.
Unlikely. He was determined to put these men to rest himself.
But he would have never been able to.
That does not matter to him. Our victory will only remind him of his failure.
Then, why do we do this?
Well, I'd say we did this because it was what needed to be done.
Father,
Not so much to satisfy him.
why did you really want to help the spirit?
You need the experience.
I've had plenty of experience fighting these things. What's the real reason?
This man inspired loyalty. He took responsibility for his mistakes, and he was determined to fix them. These are good lessons for you.
Oh,
Yes. Oh.
Alright. And on around here we go.
Let's
More
see my
acres
first
go
job.
there.
Right. Me and my mates had the run of the forest, as long as we kept the Fairy King amused. Then one day he was not amused, and I saw fit to move on. Thankfully, the ages and roads travelled since then have turned me from that merry wanderer into the paragon of virtue you see before you today.
Okay, Mimir, whatever you say, dude. Alright, let's park here. And let's go talk to this guy.
My men.
that's right. We killed... we laid them all to rest.
I see. So even in death, I am a failure.
But in life you were honorable, strong-willed, and you inspired loyalty. These are good qualities, aren't they, boy?
Yeah. I couldn't believe how many men followed you here.
I thank you for your kind words. May your journey have a more pleasant end than mine.
Okay,
Well,
so we got another offering to Tyr
You're right.
there.
you didn't seem very satisfied. I guess you never really get over losing ones you care about.
Never.
Alright, now let's go here. Let's go take care of this. Since I don't think I've even been in that area prior to this, and it's a pretty interesting area. So I think I'll take care of that next. Get some more Ager's gold real quick there. Not gonna hurt anything. And more hex over. Also not gonna hurt anything. I may as well stop here and see if I can get up to this top area here. I think this is the Jotunheim Tower. And it looks like I can, so I might as well go up there and light up this brazier, or whatever they're called. Since I'm right nearby anyhow. You know what, actually, hang on. Not Codex, goals. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so since it's just a labor, I don't think you can actually track it or anything. I was going to do that if I could, but apparently I can't. So, let's just take care of this.
Another name. Going to.
It's as if they've been made into a memorial to the Valkyries.
Yeah, let's just take care of these braziers. I mean, we can light all 8 of them, so we might as well do it. And they're all here on the lake, and they're all on the realm travel towers, so it's not like they're hard to find or anything. I mean, all we gotta do to find them is just go in a circle around the lake, so let's do it. Apparently I've never even tried to dock at this place. And, okay, it's down. Good. Let's see what's up here first. Okay, there's a realm tear. Let's go ahead and, summon Ratatoskr here.
Have you no respect for my time?
Not particularly. Pick up that, because of course it's there.
Asshole!
Yeah, he almost gives you a full rage each time, so that's
Another
worth
name.
picking up.
Someone who loved the Valkyries enough to do this. I wonder, perhaps the Queen?
Interesting thought. Well, that took care of that. That was probably the easiest realm tear we've ever had. Other than the ones that you just close by grabbing. Alright. And let's go down here. If I recall correctly, the Valender mines are actually on the other side of that gate over there. But before I mess around with that, I'm going to go ahead and take care of these braziers. I'll worry about the Valender mines later. Well, not later, but before too long, but still. After I'm done with this.
Mir, how'd you come to be in these lands?
Lad, there comes a time in every man's life when he changes his name and heads north to make a new start. Or I can just tell you this story later.
Treasure map. All right.
And we got Island of Light. I don't remember where that one is right off. Ah, this guy. This is a desert. To put it lightly, there aren't a lot of these, but I mean, there's nothing super special about them. They're basically just trolls. I'm not sure what was up with that. I don't think I've ever seen him do that particular attack before. Really. There we go. When they don't have one health, they always get stunned. And here's the kill farm. This should surprise no one. Like I said, they're basically trolls. Yeah. That was the thing. Get me and Crush. Light runic attack. With the blades, I think? Yeah. Yeah. Not a terrible one, but not great either. Certainly not one of my favorites. South Sparta Flame Steel. I suppose I'll take that. Don't really need it for anything, I don't think, but I'll take it. If nothing else, I can eventually sell it. Which, I mean, I could probably do that now if I really wanted to. So come on up here. Yeah, I don't think there's a dock down there.
Another name. Air.
Why the arcane runes? Perhaps we're meant to find something in Muspelheim and Niflheim.
You think? That's a hint to what's actually hiding in Muspelheim and Niflheim, but we'll get to that later. Let's just say I'm not going to worry about that for a while yet. I know what's there. Don't worry about it. For the moment. Because I'm not going to. Alright. Back here. Done. That one's done. One over here is not. I'm glad you can see these things from the lake, though, because otherwise this would be really annoying.
What happened to the
What is
city?
that?
I'm not entirely sure, lad. It was abandoned long before Jormungandr came to town and flooded the place.
I wonder what it was like to live here.
What is this place? I don't really remember what that is right off. I'll worry about it later. Yeah, there's a bunch of places.
How'd you come to be in these lands?
Well, I can just tell you the story later.
Okay, good. I'm glad he didn't start telling the story again. That was would have been kind of silly, considering where I was. But yeah, there's a lot of places, you know, like that city over there, wherever I went there, over there. That that's the Light Elf Outpost, is what that is. It's just lower down on it now. That you don't actually have to go to for anything, unless you want to. Which in that particular case, why wouldn't you? But, what is this? What's in here? Yeah, this place. I don't think I showed this on my main run, but there was an Odin's Raven right there. I already killed it on this run. Yeah, and I'll go ahead and show this. Might as well take care of another Realm Terror, right? And it's here. Might as well. Ow. You can just die. That's for you, though. Die. Get lost. Alrighty.
That was difficult.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. But we did it. And close another Realm Tier. Okay. And we go in here. And back to what I was doing. Back to lighting the braziers. There's only 2 left at this point, so let's go get them done. Yeah, I know, that's why you're not getting me health stones, you're getting me rage stones.
Really suck at this.
I love that he says that. You two really suck at this. Ratatoskr is basically there to tell you to get good. Alright. Moving on. Let's see. Most of them are lit at this point, so I just need to find the ones that aren't.
That dragon.
There's one's over there, looks like.
Isn't it?
Yes.
And you brought it down to save me?
It was very heroic.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, there's one of the ones that's not lit yet. Looks like the other one is the one that's actually on the end of the bridge, so yeah, I shouldn't have any trouble getting to that. Can I get up to this one?
How'd you come to be in these lands?
Lad, there comes a time in every man's life when he changes his name and heads north to make a new start. If you live long enough to do this many times over, you might end up as far north as this place. By the time I arrived, I already knew Odin by his reputation, and so I set to demonstrate my worth by coming to him with something I knew he'd value. A mystic well of knowledge. Or rather, I should say, a well of water laced with enough mystic mushrooms to make a god see visions. Oh, he was rightly impressed. Can't say for sure what he saw that led him to try gouging out his own eyes, but I managed to restrain him before he finished the job. And we'll pick this up later.
Okay, so yeah, there's no elevator here, so we gotta find another way up on this one. This is why this part is actually kind of tricky and kind of annoying if you don't do it the way that I've done it. Make sure you have all the ciphers first. If you don't do that, you can end up like on one and not have any way to decipher what it says, and yeah, then you have to come back later, which can get quite annoying.
Out his own eye because of mushrooms you gave him?
Aye. Then I persuaded him it has been his sacrifice made for an even higher form of sight to be bestowed. Blah, de blah, de blah, de blah. I used to think he never caught on, but the day he took my eye, I realized he had never been fooled. He knew I'd outwitted him, called the lesson wisdom, and hired me to make sure from then on I was on his side. And for a long, long time I truly was. Doesn't mean he didn't hold a grudge.
Okay. So yeah, this is the next place we're going to probably need to go. Oh look, we got ourselves another fast travel point. Get over here. Go away. Yeah, let's go ahead and activate this for a quick second just to get that little bit of health I need back. Don't actually want to go through it though. Switch him over to yellow. Get Ratatoskr back out here.
Me for this?
Yes, I did. What of it?
What if you try swinging the axe?
There. That was funny. I didn't actually know he would say that. Alright, so now what you want to do is you want to hit this, and I do believe that's an Odin's Raven over there. Alright. I'm wrong. That's a flag. When you hit it, it puts down these spears. But it puts up those ones. So, let's hit it again. There we go. And that put down those spears. And of course I already have the ciphers, but this is another one you can get if you're, maybe missing one or something. But in my case, it's just going to be another enchantment, probably. Yep, Symbol of Truth. Nothing important there. But just still, wanted to show where that was. Now I'm going to whack it that way, because I put those spears back out when I did that the first time. Now let's go up here. Because now that those spears are out of the way, I can get up here and go over this way. Now, if you remember, I actually came to the lookout tower earlier, but couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't go anywhere because it was a dead end at the time. Now, it's not. This will actually lead somewhere now. Mainly, if I recall correctly, it'll lead to the realm tower that I haven't actually gotten up onto yet. So let's make this happen. Okay, now it doesn't really matter if those ones are back down now, as long as these ones are out of the way. More hacks over there. Climb up here. Climb up there. This will come down here. Which, that's just a shortcut to get back up to where I just was, because this is where the Lookout Tower Beach originally was, if you remember. Take that back. You can die. Come on. You can die. Thank you. Alright,
The
now.
apple doesn't fall far.
Sure. Go back up here. Because now we can actually also go up here. And then we can use this.
Here we go.
To get here. Now, on my first run through this game, I actually completely missed that cabinet right there. Until I was actually doing the cleanup part of the game. And had to come all the way back up here. And that took care of all that. Now there is a treasure map that actually leads to right here. You can even see the little mound right there for it, but I don't have the map yet, I don't think. So let's grab this.
Here, boy. Another one.
This one is Thrym, a frost giant king.
Correct. A cunning one as well.
Is that Mjolnir? Did he steal Thor's hammer?
Aye, for a time.
A lot of these seem to end with Thor killing them.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Imagine that indeed. That's one thing I've definitely noticed. The mythologies tend to be pretty dark. And now we can open this, which is again just going to be a enchantment. But if you need a cipher, there's another place to get one. And as I've said, there are definitely plenty
Another
of them.
name.
And of course we have another traveler. Because of course they couldn't make this one easy. And this should do it, honestly. Yep, there we go. Took down another traveler. Traveler's armor shards, grizzly trophies, and Hacksilver probably? Yep. Okay. Good enough for me. Go ahead and do this just to Bring my health back up, because I didn't use any rage on that guy. Okay, these ones are lit. Make sure that that labor says 7 out of 8. Okay, it does good. Because now I only need one more. And it's on that. It's on the tower where the bridge actually is. So I can get to that one really easy if I want to. And I'm probably going to do that. Alright. Now here. Well, this is at least kind of putting me in more or less the right direction toward there. Toward the next favor I want to take care of.
Mimir, I still don't get why you ever wanted to work for Odin.
Back then, I was young enough to still be ambitious. And we'll pick this up later.
Yeah. Okay. At some point, I'll probably just spend a little bit of time just rowing around in the water, just to let Mimir tell his stories. I just don't want to do that right now. If he tells them as I'm going somewhere, fine, but otherwise I'll just do that later. Just as kind of a part of the cleanup in a way. Just... excuse me. Just get him... you know, get him to tell all of his stories, because he does have a finite number of them.
Maybe we can survive a fight with the
We
Valkyrie.
get Valkyrie's Bane. Reduces all damage from Valkyrie's attacks by 5%. Pretty good enchantment. And a pretty hefty chunk of experience there, too. In case you were wondering, yeah, I do in fact have all of the skills open for right now, other than, you know, the ones I can't. And I have Ratatoskr maxed. I have this. And this is maxed. And I have something else. What is it? That maxed as well. In terms of the heavy, I haven't bothered to actually max any of these because none of them are the one I want. I don't remember where you get the one that I'm actually after, honestly, so it's probably going to be a minute before I actually get to that. Let's go ahead and stop off in Brock's shop here real quick and see if I have anything to sell. I know I don't have anything to buy or upgrade or anything like that.
Did you now? Well, color me interested.
I don't need that. Yeah. See, they can make the Tears Lost Unity set now. But, I mean, it's the offerings to Tyr that allows you to have
Come back
that.
soon with more crap you found. Tyr would have been pleased as peaches knowing these offerings were being turned to armor.
Did you know him? What was he like?
Never you mind, boy. Tyr's dead. Best not to dig up the past.
The dwarf speaks wisely, for once.
Okay, so that took care of that.
Let's get to it.
You know what, just for the heck of it, let's just go ahead and forge these things, even though I don't need them. They're not a bad set by any means.
Careful now.
I mean, they upgrade fairly easily.
Very proud of you, son of a bitch. Looks good.
Might as well upgrade it. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. Yeah, I'm not going to bother to upgrade that. If I recall correctly, there is actually there's a trophy, I think, for making the Traveler and Ancient sets, I think. It's been a minute since I was after trophies, but I'm pretty sure those are the two sets that are trophy connected.
Atreus, follow me.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. This is another bridge like this that you can actually activate yourself. And And it leads to a, well, not much. Just some hacksilver. Yeah, there's really nothing else over here. I don't even know why they bothered with that. But it's one of those bridges you can activate, so might as well. It's not like it, you know, takes a lot of time or anything. And I did miss this on the way of going through there, and I completely forgot to sell those, but oh well. It's going down. And down. And boat. Let's head off toward the Volunder Mines now. I don't know that I can necessarily recommend putting off the Volunder Mines quite as long as I have, but I would definitely recommend putting it off at least some. If you try to go after this when Brock first tells you about it, you're gonna have a hard time.
Discussing my youthful ambitions. The Aesir gods were as powerful a force as I'd come across, but they clearly lacked for strategy, focus, and sage counsel. All this could I faithfully provide. And so, a stranger from a far-off island found himself with Odin's ear, trusted as he trusted no one but himself. And with that kind of power, laddie, I must confess, there are perks.
Yeah, but he's Odin.
I never claimed to be perfect, laddie, only clever. And often too clever by half.
So what'd you do to get Odin so mad at you?
Well, for a long time my job was to enable Odin, and I was fucking excellent at it. Gradually, as I grew more to care about people and the world, my job became to contain him, to protect him from himself.
Yeah.
By serving peace, I served his interests as well, that's the truth. But he saw it as disloyalty. No longer trusting my motives, but not wishing to part with my brain or tongue, he bound me to a tree and adopted a new pastime of casual torture.
Well, I'm glad we came along to cut off your head.
Aye, lad. Lucky break that was.
Yeah. Alright, and we come over here. We can get some more hacksilver, of course. Break that stuff. Come over here and do this, because why not? A little more hacksilver there. And then we go up on this elevator. The game would probably call it a lift. I call it an elevator. You can call it whatever you want, I don't care. Break that. Just so you're aware, there is in fact a quick travel point here, so if you want to come back here, you can do so pretty easily. If you want to come here earlier when the snake hasn't quite risen so far and just, you know, unlock that, there's nothing really is going to stop you, so you can do that. But I would not recommend going much further than that at that point. Squeeze our way through here.
Boy.
Yeah, I never really pay much attention to the lore markers. Some of them are probably pretty interesting, but I never pay much attention to them. I'm gonna go that way. That's where I just came from. And drop down here. Hop over here. Go under this thing.
I need that alchemist for something I'm stewing up for you. If you're smart, you'll find him.
Well, that's where I'm headed, so... Let me just see here. Yeah, you still don't have what I'm looking for there. You know, I might as well buy these. I don't have enough of something to buy them both. Hacksilver? Really? Here.
I'm sure that's a load off your mind.
That's just not a very good enchantment right there. Just sell off all of these. I don't need any of them. There, now I can buy that. Rage of the Titans is not a bad one, honestly. So I'll be okay with having that. I don't even want that. Fury of the Ice Troll. That one's okay. It's just kind of weird for a light one. Tears of Revenge is kind of interesting. But they're not ones I'm particularly worried about right now. Sure, why not?
Now there's something else.
And let's stick the Sentry Stone right here. Find the dwarf with a green ring.
Read it.
Sir. These runes read death inside.
Well, that's ominous.
So, Brock said his friend was dwarven like him, wearing a green ring.
Look if you wish. I will be gathering resources for our journey.
You want to help him?
No,
Why not?
because I do not run errands for dwarves.
Oh,
You know, fair enough.
dwarven, but no ring. One of his crew?
Scorch marks. There, along the floor and wall.
Weird. I guess we keep looking.
We.
I mean, I'll keep looking.
Alright, so yeah, we're actually going to find this just kind of along the way, so it's not like there's anything real, you know, avoidable about this or anything. And then this happens.
That's his soul eater. If that kills us, that's it. No Valhalla, no hell, no afterlife, ever.
It does not attack.
Yep.
Mom made them sound more dangerous than that.
Then do not drop your guard. Come.
Well, before we worry about that, let's go ahead and break through here. And we get a bunch of hex silver. Sure, why not? I'm gonna drop down here where that guy was. More hex silver.
Thought you didn't care.
All that.
Oh.
Kill you.
Behind you! Look out!
I'm the best. I need to do that, but sure, why not? I'll take it.
Fire me up back!
Come on. There's quite enough of that, you freaking nightmares. There we go. There we go.
One less stronger to worry.
Yeah, something like that. Take care of him. Get some more hack silver, some more serpent scales. In other words, more stuff I don't particularly need at the moment, but whatever. Let's open this.
Focus up.
This. Yep. And I took care of that.
No ring.
Grab
We're not gonna
that.
find Brock's friend alive, are we?
Probably not. Incidentally, I already know the answer to that question, so yeah. No, we're not. Probably some more hacksilver, maybe some old serpent scales. Or scale fragments, anyway. Okay, works for me. And come over here, slide down. Die. Get over here. Die. Nightmares.
Boy.
Annoying enemies.
Yes, sir.
Get some more soft sword from steel, wizard scale fragments, another treasure map, wonderful. Dead and Bloated, I know where that one is. I remember that one by name, because it kind of struck me as funny that they would give it a name like that. And blow that up. Take a quick step back over there to get some more hacksilver, I believe. Break these for the heck of it. And here we go, up this way. And hi there, Seal. How you doing? Hang on. Yeah, that's what we need the seals for. Don't think there's... Well, let's go ahead and come down here and find out, because I don't know. Okay, there's something over here, and there is in fact another seal right there.
It's the ring! On that severed hand! Attached to the Soul Eater. Well,
Wonderful.
we know what happened to Anvari now. We can just go tell Brock. I don't need to fight it, right?
No. You will fight it.
But why?
Because you are frightened of it.
In other words, kind of, why not? Well, we know where it is. It's not getting out of there at the moment. Yeah. You.
I got this one!
Over there, I guess. Just kill you. And that. Okay. Let's just take this out like this, I guess. There we go. And kill you. Goodbye.
That's showing them.
Indeed. And up we go. More World Serpent Scales, definitely not a bad thing to find. Now, watch this. You hit this thing, it falls. Bam, seal destroyed. But there actually was a seal over there that you can't even see. But you hit that explosive thing and knock it down, and it breaks it for you. So, yeah, that's that. Jump across here. Jump across here. And in we go.
Be strong, Atreus. Stay focused and look for a weak point.
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's do this.
Stay quiet. Make no sudden movement.
What is the Soul Eater? An ancient. A fire ancient, to be precise, but it's still just an ancient. in an attempt to make it seem more threatening, they threw some dogger at you along with it. Personally, I think it's still just as pointless as any other ancient. And we're done. Goodbye. Okay.
You are stronger than you know.
Thank you, Father. Let's see if that's the alchemist's ring.
And we got Failure Sigil of Protection. We got the Alchemist's Ring.
Dwarvish inscription.
The alchemist. But where's the rest of him?
Ashes, most likely.
Soul Eater got him. I guess we should bring this back to Brock.
Fury of the Ice Troll. Light Runic Attack. Okay. Alright. Do that, I guess, to open this up. Even though there's nothing there. Not sure what the point of that was. Same with that. Not sure what the point of that was. And nothing over there, so at this point we just need to get out of here. Throw Atreus up there. You can crawl out over here. And lower the chain. Come on. There we go. And up.
What does it say?
Yes, sir. These runes were written fast. It spells out Ejim Staney. I don't know that one.
We will ask the blue one.
So now you're interested?
We found his alchemist. A reward was promised.
Yeah, that is true. We're gonna get a reward, just not quite the reward that Brock intended. Die. Good enough. Didn't really mean to do that, but whatever. Get this. Jump over here and we can climb up to this. Thank you, Atreus. I will certainly take that. Give me that. Up here. Give. Give me that. Give me this. And this puts us back where we first saw the Soul Eater. So, now we can get out of here. And yeah, that is the entirety of the Volunder Mines. There is no other point to coming in here. Just go through there real quick, take care of that Soul Eater, get the ring, and leave. Nothing else of any real importance in here.
What'd you find? Time
Not
for
bad,
another
too.
break anyways.
Your alchemist.
I'm sorry, Brock. The hand is all we could find. Still wearing the ring. There was a soul eater inside. And well, we must have burned away the rest of him.
Suppose you'll still be wanting some compensation, huh?
Naturally.
Naturally, he says. Miani Feruxi.
Get the grip of Volunder. Your axe pommel. Not a great one, but not a terrible one either. And get the new blurbs off of those things. To get the Rage of the Titans and the Rampage of the Furies here. And I do have a new light runic attack for the axe, which I believe is one he actually was offering to sell me, so that's kind of weird.
I'll take a closer look at this here ring. Maybe Andvari left a bit of magic inside before he croaked.
Dwarves can do that?
Sure, dwarves and magic jewels is like flies and pig lips. Supple ones.
Ugh. I'm not as interested as I thought.
Oh,
What do you want, dwarf?
I got another lead on my old pal Andvari. Meet me at the Lawn Soother Mines. There's some fancy-dancy loot in it for you.
Another lead? But we already found him. Well, found his hand anyways.
I'll explain at the mines. These ones is just south of the river pass. Now you two want something, or you just gonna stand there all gag-scrapped and slack-jawed?
Okay, so we're not quite done with this.
Pulled the ring off Andvari's hand at the Velander mines. Feller was always tampering with souls and dark rituals and matters of the night, see?
Yep. Okay, so we're not quite done with this,
Just
but the
sound
Wonder
of
Mines are
his
done.
hammer flattening metal were enough to stoke my fires all blissful. Shit, you better clear out before I get all frisky.
Okay then. Good old Brock. Okay, jump across here. We're just heading back to the boat now.
Come.
Although, in all honesty, if you wanted to, you could probably fast travel somewhere closer to where we're going. So, let's hop over here and see what we might be able to do with that. What the hey, why not? Well, he's wanting me to go here. So, let's see. Maybe here? No, that's not a good place to do that. Neither is that. Well, I mean, I'm all the way over here. So, yeah, let's go to the lookout tower. It's closer than where we are now.
Lemire, what did you call Mother? Laufey the Just? Did you know her?
I never had the pleasure. Laufey was a rumour in the halls of Asgard. A giantess warrior who thwarted many an Aesir god's plans. Freeing those who they would enslave, feeding those who they would starve, generally making a nuisance of herself in the most noble of ways. Thor was terribly frustrated he could never find her to fight. Once my imprisonment began, I could only wonder what became of her, and who she would turn out to be. Yours is quite a singular lineage, lad.
Whoa.
On both sides, as it turns out. Alright, let's go ahead and hop in the boat. You're not wanting me to go in there. You want me to go out here, I think.
Lemire, you never told me what happened with the stonemason's son.
Grimthor, son of Thamur. After completing his father's masterwork, the Great Wall of Jotunheim, he thought of nothing but making the Aesir pay for their crimes against the giants. Once he longed to fight Thor, but tragedy had brought wisdom to Grimthor, and cunning. He observed that Asgard's walls were half-built and shoddy, for no Aesir god could be bothered with such tiresome labor. So Grimthor adopted the guise of an ordinary man and made the Aesir an offer. He would build them majestic new walls, and if he couldn't build them within 2 turns of the season, they would owe him nothing for his labours. And if he succeeded, he asked only for an audience with the goddess Freya. Odin agreed, knowing the task was impossible, but intrigued by the stranger. Hrimthur made short work of it, of course. He had the benefit of his father's training and the aid of a magical stallion for fetching stones. Odin was not happy to find himself on the losing end of the wager, but he seemed to uphold his end of the bargain. Freya was sent to meet the mason, and to her surprise, he wanted only to whisper something in her ear. That being done, he made his way out of Asgard. And when he found Thor awaiting him at the gates of Midgard, he knew he had been double-crossed. But he didn't care, because his plan was complete.
It was? What did he say to Freya?
Only she could say for certain, but I've had many moons to work it out. Hrimthur knew that Freya loathed the Aesir, despite her marriage to Odin, and I believe he gave her the secret to Asgard's defenses. Some weakness he may have built in, structural or magical, which I expect will be exploited come Ragnarok when Surtur arrives to burn Asgard to ash. If not sooner.
Oh, I love that tale. I love the idea that basically the Mason put a weakness in there specifically so that he could get his revenge on them. It's just hilarious. And up here. Do that, why not? There's that stuff. Go through here. Okay. Give. Jump across here. Do that. Come up here. Found a new location. And a new fast travel point.
Well, looky who decided to show. Talk to this here Reed.
What? I can't hear thoughts from range, Brock. It's talking to me! It's Andvari!
Ha! Knew it.
He says he went to the Velnder mines to observe his mistake. But then the Soul Eater attacked. So as he was being ripped apart, he cast a spell that removed his soul and put in this ring. And then he...
What about all his stuff?
Huh?
Andvari had a workshop here with all sorts of posh doodads and ornatery tools. And one beaut of a hammer. You make mention of it still in there?
You're upsetting him.
Your point? You fellas take Andvari with you and go have a look-see. If you find his hammer, I'll whip up something real nice for you.
Okay.
Hey now, don't go forgetting your entry stone.
Yep, we're gonna need that, like, immediately. So if you actually come here earlier than this, you won't actually get that entry stone, and you won't be able to get in. So, you have to do the first part of the mission first.
Andvari isn't happy about us taking his stuff.
I do not care.
Of course you don't,
I'm
really.
not gonna tell him that.
I don't think he cares what you tell him, Atreus. I really don't think he does. Let's just take these guys out as quickly as I possibly freaking can. I hate these guys. Stupid tattlers. He was doing that to it over and over. He really seems to get in like moods where he just only does certain kills on certain enemies. I'm not really sure what causes it. It's kind of funny though, that's for sure. Maybe it's levels or something, I don't know. Oops.
Right foot.
Oh,
Sorry, not ready.
really? Where'd it go? Come on, you nuisance, where are you? There, you're here somewhere. There you are. There we go. Okay.
Fight.
And do that. A little bit of hacks over there. Wait, seriously, a little bit. 3 hacks over, really? Guys, like, I know there's got to be a way to get up there. I was right, there is. A little bit more hacks over.
This dwarf was part of his crew. That he died because of his mistakes. He sounds sad.
The ring's grief is of little importance, boy.
Okay, so we knock that down. Climb up on top of it. And then that happens.
Oh, he did not like that. He's warning us not to go down there.
Stop listening to the ring, boy. Cannot be trusted.
Not sure why Kratos thinks that, but I mean, we do have to go down there, so suddenly we have dark walls. Not sure what they're doing here, but you know. And wham. And the other one down. First time I did that particular kill on these guys this time. Kill you. And there we go. Okay.
Atreus, to me.
Okay, I'm coming.
Don't remember how to get in there right off. I think you might actually have to go down below and come back around to get there, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong, but we'll find out. We'll figure it out later. Let's go down here. I really wish there was a way to go down these things faster sometimes. Up them faster sometimes too would be nice, but you know, anyway.
Enemies ahead.
Yeah, nightmares. What do you freaking do? Scram.
Silence that ring, boy.
I don't know how.
There's an elevator right there. Step back up there. Right, more of this. Been a while since we've seen that. Nothing like having a freaking nightmare trapped right in your face like that. Give me that. Sure, why not? This area is really dark, so it's kind of hard to see what's going on in there. Let's see. I can go up here, but that's where I just came from, so I don't want to do that. That's how I just got down here. I think actually this elevator over here is what leads into that closed room I saw before, I think. Yep, thought so. Okay. Door, and that's your way to get back down here. And
Look here.
you know, move around if you need to.
Another map. Great.
Steel, and we also get Kneel Before Thor. Don't remember where that one is right off either. I'll figure out those treasure maps later if somebody actually really cares that much. You don't really need them, per se. And some more hacks over there, probably. Yep. And let's go up here. Check that. And need more of this. There we go. And we sneak through here. Yeah, this part is pretty basic. There's not a lot to it.
A soul eater.
And a traveler. Guard up.
Yeah. This could have been quite dangerous, but the Soul Eater is, well, it's dead. So we don't need to worry about it. Traveler, on the other hand, no, he's very much alive. Yeah, that took down the Traveler. Attack the one. And die. Alright. But yeah, the Soul Eater's dead.
A dead soul. What's a soul eater even doing?
Hard to tell, honestly. Hard to tell. And now we can go here.
It's sort of tough for me to ignore.
Knock that down. That will be dealt with later, apparently. Because I can only see the one, but there's apparently more than that. And open this. Come down here. I think this is the thing I knocked down before. Yeah, okay, so if we come over here... Yeah, there we go. That took care of that now. And up, and up. Hop across here.
This chest was under a bunch of traps.
Bring it.
I see no traps.
Sounded so sure about it.
And yeah. Apparently the ring just straight up is lying to us now. So we got Shard of the Elements there. Pretty nice enchantment, honestly. Not one I'm terribly impressed by now, but if you came here earlier, that would be a pretty nice one. Let's see. I believe this is where we came in to begin with, I think. Is right here. Am I right? No, this is where I need to go. Okay. Well, that was, yeah, that happened. I'm not sure what that Dark Elf was even doing there, but, well, now it's dead, so whatever. Alright, well, let's go over here. Up here, as you can see, there's something above us, so we have to go this way. I actually really like that spot because it basically says, okay, well, there's something in your way. Go find a way to move it, and then you can go through here a different way. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go find a way to move whatever that is. Oh goody, one axe over. And there we go. That should be a way to move it.
Mari says his workshop is
And
up
it is.
there. But I know. Don't trust the talking raid.
Actually, that I think we can trust him on. Up we go. Shoot. Yeah, if you can manage to stun that one guy, you can actually just instantly kill him, but he's kind of annoying to try to stun, because he has a pretty hefty stun meter. And you have to inflict a lot of stun damage on him to get him to actually be stunned. Basically, if you're not using rage on him, you're probably not going to stun him. There we go. I hate Linus. I hate that effect. I absolutely hate it. There he is. Okay. We get Ager's Protection, which is a talisman. Not one I'm terribly concerned about, but it's a talisman. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and use that.
Boy.
Father, please, just listen. Invari's crew did something bad. He's glad you destroyed his lab, and he's sorry you kept trying to trick him. His hammer is just through this gate.
Okay, well, let's go up there and find out. See if he's actually telling the truth about that.
Boy.
Well, we found
Over
something.
here.
Yes, sir.
And that is a lore scroll. And we get...
This is a fine hammer.
Andari's hammer.
Invari says thank you.
And we can break those. And let's push this.
Keep him?
We will talk to the blue one.
At the red.
Really?
Hey Jordan, I'm getting ready to go to dinner. I know, if I would have known they would have got me in at 3 today, I would have brought my medical card and I had to come all the way home and get it. I was like, really? Like, Kylie, really? You're not going to take your headband off for a minute? Really, Kylie? That's lame.
Just a minute.
He won't even take his headphones off. I'm sitting there talking to nothing, and I'm like, that's stupid.
Okay, and
That
with
was
that,
lame.
that's actually where we're going to call this one, is right there. And next time, we'll find out what we get for that hammer. See you guys then.